she always has really icy drinks, and she kind of... Yeah. So I think the person that kind of started these Netflix recommendations was Sam from Soft ASMR. But I know that quite a few people have done them as well, like Mads ASMR and loads of other amazing people. So I hope you enjoy. Last time I think I kind of started off with series, so today I am gonna start off with some of the movies that I've been enjoying. I've got them written down like a true professional. I'm gonna start with like comedies first, like feel good comedies. The first one is Mamma Mia, and this is actually like a 2-in-1 because at the moment the first Mamma Mia and the second Mamma Mia is on Netflix, I believe. And yeah, I love Mamma Mia. It's such a good musical. It's literally one of my favourites. I mean, who doesn't love ABBA? Come on. Yeah, so the first Mamma Mia was like one of my favourite films when I was a little bit younger. And I was just over the moon when they released the second one. I can't say which one I prefer more, because they are both really good in their own right. The second one is super energetic, I feel. Like the cast is like an even bigger cast because they kind of switch between the present day and the past, so it's like a bigger cast. Rhyming. I can't say which one my favourite is, but yeah, I definitely recommend watching those films, even if you've watched them before. Just have a little evening where you watch them. I feel like they're really feel-good films, and it would be really hard to be miserable whilst watching them, unless you hate the music, then in which case you'd be miserable, but you know. So that's the first recommendation. The second, I've got a little collection of more kind of comedies, and these are just like, you know, really kind of comedies that are just kind of, what's the word? You know, just fun family kind of films. And again, I actually love silly comedies like that, just because they make you feel good, even if the story is like ridiculous. I do feel like these comedies, they are meant to make you feel good, they're meant to make you laugh, and I love that. I love watching them. I find them very relaxing to watch because you don't have to fully pay attention. So some good ones on Netflix at the moment are Vacation. I love that film. It is so ridiculous, and some of the humour is quite dark and gross, so yeah, be warned. It's a lot, but it's funny. I'm not gonna lie, like I do find it funny, but yeah, it's a lot. It's basically just about a family that go on vacation, and everything that could go wrong goes wrong. But yeah, I recommend it. It's funny. Another one is Failure to Launch with Matthew McConaughey and Sarah Jessica Parker. Is it? Yeah. And yeah, I like that as well. It's a little bit of an older film. I mean, you know, like maybe 10 years ago, I don't know. Maybe not even that old, I don't know. I can't remember. But it's really good. Again, it's just a funny rom-com kind of film. Very easy to watch. It's basically about a lady who, her job is to make men like fall in love with her and thus move out of their parents' homes. It's a very interesting concept, and I do enjoy it. It's a good film. And another one I've written down is The Change Up with Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds. I love Jason Bateman. Is one of funny, silly film with a good message like behind it. So yeah, there's a few comedies that I like on Netflix that I've watched recently. A couple more serious films that I've watched recently on Netflix are Unbroken. So Unbroken is an incredible true story about an American Olympian who fights in the World War II, and he basically, it just follows his journey, and it's an incredible film. It is a war film, so obviously it's not very joyful. Obviously it's a war film, but as a history nerd, you know, I love it. But genuinely, it's an amazing film. It was directed by Angelina Jolie, and it's just incredible. It follows his journey. He is imprisoned in a Japanese prisoner of war camp, and yeah, it's very interesting. The main character is Jack O'Connell, and he is a stunning actor. He is amazing, and yeah, I definitely recommend it, but it is obviously a little bit more serious, not a very relaxing film to watch. Along the same lines, we have 12 Years a Slave, which is just one of the most heartbreaking films, I think, of modern history. It is an amazingly shot and directed film that shows some of the actual horrors of the American slave trade, especially within the southern states of America. And it is just a heartbreaking story. I can't really talk about it too much without getting upset. But yeah, I actually wrote a university essay about it, like a critical kind of study of it, and it is truly amazing. It does justice to the many lives that were destroyed during that time period. So it's heartbreaking, but it's very educational and a good film, so I would definitely recommend it. It's very difficult to watch though. So another film that is very difficult to watch is 3096 Days. If you like true crime, then you're probably gonna like this film, and it basically follows a young girl, a child actually, that gets kidnapped and imprisoned for 3096 days. So I don't know how many years that is, but a lot of years. It is a horrifying film, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely not for anyone young, and it is very difficult to watch, but again, it is very eye-opening to the actual experience of many people throughout the world, and the kind of things that they endure when they are taken from their families and held captive. So it is a very good film, but like I said, it's very difficult to watch. But yeah, I do recommend it. And another one, like a history one, is Dunkirk. So Dunkirk is a British film following the kind of following the events of the rescues on the beach of Dunkirk. It's an absolutely stunning film. It follows an event that is so inherent within the British collective consciousness. It was an incredible story. My mum always, she watched the film and got very emotional because her granddad, so my great granddad, let's go on to some TV series now. Like I said, I spoke a lot about TV series in my last video, so I don't have as many here, but I am going to start off with some series that have just released a new season on Netflix. The first one is Good Girls. I think I did speak about this in my last video, but I love Good Girls. It is basically Breaking Bad, but with women, with a group of women, and it's genuinely very good. It's very funny, but also like serious, similar to Breaking Bad, to be fair. It's very good, very interesting. All of the actresses are incredible. They are very believable, and I actually haven't watched the new series yet, but I'm so excited to watch it because it's one of my favourites on Netflix. Definitely recommend. Another one that is just released, its second series, is Derry Girls, and I love this. It is an absurd comedy set in Ireland, and yeah, it's just very good. It's very funny. I think it's set in the 90s? I think it is. And yeah, it's just like a very kind of, it's like about growing pains, you know, about the like teenagehood and being a teenage girl in that specifically turbulent time in Ireland, in the UK. So yeah, I would definitely recommend watching that. It's quite educational, but mainly just funny. So yeah, it's very good. Another one, oh my gosh, I'm such a nerd, I'm sorry you guys, but it is History 101, and this is a new series on Netflix, and basically it is just very short episodes of snippets of history, which is amazing. I love that. I love it because it encourages people to connect with history in a very relatable and entertaining way. So they've only got one series at the moment. Like I said, the episodes are very short, but some of the episodes I've watched have been the ones on technology, so it kind of follows like the history of technology and how much it is advanced, the history of like fast food. It is very interesting. It is very factual, you know, all about McDonald's and like how fast food has exploded in the 21st century, especially in the last like 30 years, 20-30 years, and how like the realities of fast food and what it does and what's inside it and stuff like that. And there's also a really insightful episode on feminism and obviously the feminist movement and the history of it.